Good afternoon, everyone. Country Flyboy here, and today we are in orbit above the moon. And we're going to land on it. We're going to do a moon landing today. And today, longtime viewers of my channel will know that today is that special someone's birthday. That's right, it's Chihaya's birthday. And to celebrate, we're going to plant the Flag of Chihaya on the moon. So we have our command module, service module, and our lander here ready to go. No scientific equipment on it, just the flag. That is all we're going to do today. We're going to get down there, plant the flag, and then we're going to get back up here, dock, go back to Kerbal. So real quick, let's go into map view and try to figure out. It's a new moon right now for Kerbal. That is totally fine. Yeah, because most of the moon's dark side's facing the planet. So let's time accelerate forward a bit so that we're not in a new moon. Alrighty, it's been 3 days waiting on the perfect time to land, but I think we have found it. So we're going to do one more lap around, and then we're going to land. We're going to try to land right about here. So the way this is going to work, we're going to get just in front of it, right here. We actually need to detach before we do this and get the engines running. So now we are going to make sure Smart Ass is turned on for kill rotation mode. And we're going to turn retrograde, because when we come back up, we want to be facing towards the hatch so we can dock again. So we'll just flip around retrograde, make sure our engines are off, and now just switch it to kill rotation. And we're going to transfer our pilots, or transfer pilot. Jebediah is our pilot. We're going to transfer him to the lander can. And now we're going to transfer our engineer, which is Bill. Transfer Bill to the lander can. Bob will have to stay up here and just admire from afar. Alright, we're going to do one more lap around. I'm going to warp us ahead to right about here. And there we go. Warp complete. Alright. Let's make sure our staging is set correctly. Well, no, we got to do that after, don't we? Alrighty. Everyone is set. We are now going to disconnect the port. Undock. Switch over to this one. And activate the lander. Blue lights come on. RCS. Give us some space between us and the command service module. Alright, once we're well clear of it. There we go. Don't want to drift away from it too fast. Alrighty, now we can make our plans. Set our throttle to 0. And we'll go ahead and activate it. And hope to God this thing has enough fuel. I have not had time to test this thing, but it should be good. Alright, we're going to aim to land right about there, where these 3 craters are. So I'm going to put my node right about here. And we're going to retro burn. The good thing about landing on the moon is you don't have to worry about an atmosphere. So your nodes will be right where you need them to be. This is going to be a pretty steep approach. We want to get going roughly straight down. So it's going to be about let's set about a 400 meter per second burn to kill all of our forward velocity. Put that right there where we want to land. Alright, 10 minutes to that node. Let's go inside and get everything set up. So I want my attitude front and center. I want my orbit information over here. And then I want my... What else? Vessel... I don't know why that's not working for some reason. Data... Nav... We don't have any satellites in orbit. Let's just put it to data, I guess. There we go. Because we want to be able to land this thing. That's probably going to be our view right there. If I decide to land it in first person, which I probably won't. Alright, let's go warp. We're going to turn retrograde now. Man, this thing can whip around, can it? And we're going to speed up time just a little bit. Lights on in here. Six minutes to the node. Alright, real quick. Let's check our data sets here. This thing says it's going to be 89-second burn. I'm going to let the autopilot do this burn. Maneuver, execute next node. So the autopilot's going to do this burn for us. Want to use a combination of our engine and RCS thrust to land this thing, because 30,000 kilometers, not the highest altitude in the world, I will admit. The key thing is we get the Flag of Chihaya on the moon. We gotta get the word of Chihaya, the glory that is Chihaya, out into space. Ooh, we're gonna cut this as close as the real frickin' Apollo 11 did at this rate. And I don't think they used RCS on Apollo 11. I think to slow it down anyway. I think they used just the straight engine. Luckily, this bit of an incline here. Looks like we might be okay. We are getting close to abort. I'll push it below since we're so close. I know it takes less than 1,000 to actually do it. Cut the engines. We're down. Alright. Number 2. Action Group 3. Engine is shut down. Ladder's coming out. Relay antenna's out. We are down, everyone. We are on the moon on a really steep fracking hill. But all the same, we are on the moon. With just under 1,000 Delta V to spare. So I think, looking around, I think we'll put the flag right up there on top of that hill. So let's go ahead and get Jebediah out. Come on, climb down the ladder. There you go, Jebediah. It's one small step for a Kerbal, one giant leap for Kerbal, or one giant faceplant for Kerbal kind. Alrighty. Jebediah is out. Alrighty then, let's get Bill out now. Okay, how do you... I need to know how to do the... I gotta relearn how to... There we go. Alrighty then. Jebediah, I think, will do the honors. Bill's gonna stay here and make sure the ship is okay. And still in a landing shape. That should have turned off with the landing sequence, but it doesn't look like it did. Actually, I could switch back, couldn't I? Yeah. Lights off. Turn that off. We don't need that. It's just eating up juice on the ground. Alright, Jebediah is going to go and plant the flag on the mountaintop. Oh! Bounce, Jebediah! Alright, right here in front of the view of Bill is where we'll plant the flag. The Flag of Chihaya will fly on the moon. Plant the flag. The word of Chihaya out into space. Exclamation mark. And let's not double cap that. There we go. And while we're here, we might as well switch over to Bill, have him take a sample. Surface appears to be fine dust with a grayish tone. Seems too flaky to make snowballs with. We'll go ahead and keep that, even though in this mode it's not really worth anything. Alright, we'll get back in the lander. Alrighty. Now we gotta get this thing back into orbit and dock with the CSM, which is now on the opposite side. We are gonna set that as our target. Now this is a bit tricky because it's moving at 429,000 meters per second. Not only do we have to climb up and away from the moon, we got to get moving equally fast. Go to Ascent Guidance. And we are going to set that as the target. It's orbiting at 30,000 700 meters on the apoaps and 27.6 thousand on the periaps. So we want to kind of match that orbit. So it's actually a little bit easier than you might think, because we're going to wait until it gets almost directly above us, right about here probably. The good thing about the moon is we ain't got to fight the atmosphere. So if we wait till it gets almost directly above us, we should be pretty good. So let's time accelerate. And we're going to be aiming for 30.7 on the apoaps. What? Okay, weird. Alright, we're going to reactivate the engine. Bring in the ladder. I'm going to point this at the 90. Once we take off, we should be facing in the right direction, actually. Alright, we're good. Alright. So okay, we sort of salvaged it. We're going to go into a higher orbit, which is going to make us slower. We don't want to do that. We need to be faster. So let's turn retrograde and bring this into a lower orbit. SAS on and pointed at the target. And just to help everything, I'm going to switch over to that craft. SAS smart ass is on. And we're going to point it at the target. I'm going to set that as the target. Point at the target. Now, I have learned the hard way, you really don't want to have both of these set for point at target mode, because when you get really close, they get really sensitive. So once this one gets set, we're going to put it to kill rotation mode, and then switch back to the lander. Action Group 4 brings in those antennas. And just for fun, let's do this. Let's set our target, vessel, Clampotron docking port set, attitude there, dock there, and there. Okay, and if we set control from this port, there we go. So now we have the forward-looking camera and all that fun stuff. We're going to turn smart ass off and just go with regular SAS. Okay, so we are 91 meters away from the target. Let's give it some forward speed, get going a bit, so we can close that distance. 2 meters per second relative velocity. Now this is going to be a fun docking job because you can't really see the pod from here. I'm pretty sure, I would imagine the command module did the docking at this stage on the Apollo mission. Get that out of the way. It's just in the way right now. Alright, we've matched laterally. Let's just match into vertical. And don't you like... These make it very easy. Ooh. Overshot a bit. It's alright, just bring it back. Alright, now we just have to worry about the closure rate. We're now 8 meters, closing at 0.4 meters per second. And we're docked. And we are docked. Alright, we're going to control from here. Alright, everyone. Time to climb back aboard the command service module, Jebediah. Let's see. Transfer crew, Jebediah. To this one. Transfer crew. Bill to that one. Alright, turn the overlay on. Let's make sure there is nobody left inside. The Flag of Chihaya has been successfully planted on board or down on the moon. Alright, so now we're going to undock. Actually, it's time to kill the lights on that. Completely shut down this module here. As it has no more need. And it's going to be remotely controlled back into the lunar surface anyway. Because it's just space trash now. RCS on. We'll move away from it. Alright, we're going to reactivate this engine. Time to get back home. Alright, so we need to speed up relative to the moon, but slow down relative to Kerbin. And the way we do that is just like that. We'll put a maneuver node there. And give it just enough velocity to put us back into Kerbin orbit. And we'll move that node so our periapsis takes us down to the atmosphere. There's the lander. And there's the flag. There goes the lander. Alright, we've escaped the moon's gravity. Alright. We'll join right about there. So let's time accelerate just a little bit forward. Alright, once it's clear, we're going to join there. Once we get to apoapse, we'll have to do an en route maneuver. to bring the periaps down below 60,000. I just want to check. I don't want that to be too steep of a re-entry. It shouldn't be too steep. We'll do the burn and then we'll figure it out. Alright, execute the next node. Autopilot's got this one. Node is in another 2 days. Wow. Wonder why it did like that instead of just doing it at the next... Whatever, as long as you get me home. The Kerbins are getting hungry. Or the Kerbals. Give me another day to the periapsis. Oh, 3 days in space just in the cruise portion to get back to Kerbin. Alright, that's us on a re-entry trajectory. Does it look like it's going to be too steep, though? No. No, that looks like it'll be good. Let's bring up the landing guidance. Oh. Okay. It's not going to be steep enough. So we need to burn retrograde again. And time to say goodbye to the service module here in just a little bit. We're actually going to flip... Well, let's flip radial in real quick. We'll jettison the service module on a radial trajectory. Or a radial attitude. And I'm going to time warp a little bit. About 100,000 meters is when we want to... Right there. Alright, we're going to hold down this key, and... Well, I was hoping it would keep going on the RCS. Looks like it will. Alrighty then, flip back to retro. Flip us right side up. We are entering just a little too steep for my taste, but there ain't nothing we can do about it now. Put your mouth guards in, Kerbals. I'm thinking this is going to be a little on the high G side. I should have jettisoned that. Yeah, we're coming in too steep. Oh well, hold retro for now. Or ain't just pray, because that's getting where I don't like it to be. Debris. Bad things might happen to us. Don't tell me the heat shield's overheating. That would be bad. Ooh, I'm a bit concerned about debris from that service module. Okay, looks like we got nothing to worry about. Alright, we're about to exit the mesosphere and enter the stratosphere. Coming up on stratopause. Stratopause, we are in the stratosphere. How much ablator did we use up? Decent amount. Alright, SAS off. We're just going to let her drift. Looking to arm the parachutes at about 10,000 meters. Turn the lights off. Ain't no need to have them on. Alright, arming the parachutes. Parachutes are armed. Looks like we're going to be landing in water, so we don't need to use the hard surface landing technique, which involves bracing and jettisoning the heat shield. Those parachutes can kick out anytime now. There they go. One heck of a G-force. And we're on our way back down. Why is Jebediah in that seat? He should be in the other seat. We did it, everyone. We have planted the flag of Chihaya on the moon and are on our way back down for a safe landing on Kerbal. Anyway, once we splash down, that will do it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time, everyone. And happy birthday to the one and only best girl, Chihaya. Good day, everybody.
Caution, short runway.
Airspeed active.
Yes. Yes. Main engine start. 2, 1. Separation, booster ignition, liftoff. Oh shit.